Hello, everybody. Welcome to another yoga class. I'm Heather from Breathe and Play Every Day, and thank you so much for joining me. Please remember to do whatever feels good to you. Today we're doing standing poses. So we're going to be on our feet a lot. You can watch as much as you want without having to even do anything. And whatever you do, listen to your body way more than you listen to me. Okay, so we'll get started doing our same 5 things, right? Our welcome, breathe, move, relax, and thank you. So let's welcome our body, our brain, and our breath into our space. You can be on a mat, you can be on the floor, you can be outside, anywhere you want. Okay, but we'll welcome our body, our brain, and our breath into yoga today. You can sing along if you're starting to get to know the song, or you can just listen. My body is sitting, my brain starts to slow. My breath keeps me steady and ready to go. Namaste. And namaste, to start our practice, focus on, think about as much as you can how awesome you are. At the end of practice, we send our namaste out to other people, but while we're practicing, this is really about you. So be really nice to yourself. So if you notice that you're doing a pose and you're thinking, oh, I don't like that, I don't like the way I feel there, I don't like how I look, or I don't like how I can't do that. Though that's our critic voice, and it's okay to have a critic voice. We all have it. And then we're gonna try to be kind to ourselves. And you can use something that I like to call, I didn't think of this name. It's a mantra, and a mantra that I like to use is something like, I'm doing the best I can. It could be, I'm perfectly imperfect. It could be, I'm exactly who I'm supposed to be, right? So whatever your pose is what it is. It's not, I know it's easy to compare ourselves to others, but you really just, yoga is about seeing if you can just kind of focus on yourself for this short time. Okay, so too much talking. Let's get started with our breathing too. So hand on your heart, hand on your belly. If you want, you can close your eyes. Sometimes closing your eyes helps you to feel things a little bit better, because then your eyes aren't so busy looking around and thinking about what you see. So notice if your breathing feels fast or slow. Notice if it feels shallow or deep. So are you breathing like just around your throat, or are you breathing down into your chest or down into your belly? Notice if you're breathing with your nose or with your mouth, or with both. Notice if your breathing has changed at all since we started paying attention to it. If your eyes were closed, let them just kind of open and find something around you that's not moving to look at. And then we'll slowly come up to stand. So I say slowly because that's part of the yoga, is the transition between what we're doing, where we were and where we're trying to go. Okay? So you can stand and then just get your body comfortable. we'll start in mountain pose. So mountain pose is the most important pose. Definitely one of the most important poses, but I sometimes say it's the most important pose. And a lot of people will say, well, but it's just standing. Well, yeah, but we stand a lot. So it's really important, right? So I'm going to give you some cues as we do our standing poses. And just another reminder, because I can never say it too much, listen to your own body more than my cues. So whatever I say are just invitations as like a starting point. So you start with my invitation and then you figure out what works for you. Okay? So mountain pose, your feet might be hip width apart, which just means your hips are here, and then think about your feet down from there. And your palms are forward. You can put your shoulders up, back, and down. Your head is held high, so your chin's not forward. Your back is nice and straight. Mountain pose. And now you'll go into extended mountain. Reach your hands all the way up overhead. And you can, some of these poses I'll do to the side so you can see that you can also turn it into a little back bend if you want, but you could just stay with a straight back and arms up. Then bring your hands down to your heart. Some people call this mountain pose. I call this hands at heart. And it could be hands at heart mountain, because we can do this when we're sitting too, or just hands at heart. It really doesn't matter, because I call this mountain. I think it's important that our mountain pose has our palms forward and our back is nice and straight, but hands at heart, mountain, extended mountain. And now we're going to bend gently to one side. Doesn't matter which side you start with. Crescent moon. And back up through extended mountain to go to the other side, crescent moon. And back up straight, extended mountain. Hands at your heart. Mountain pose. Awesome. So those are all from your feet being kind of close together. And now we're going to do poses with your feet being farther apart. It doesn't matter how far apart they are. You have to find what's comfortable for you. So they could be this far apart, they could be farther. Just find what works for you. Don't worry about it too much. Okay? Star pose. So legs are wide, arms are wide. Star. Now, I'm going to do this without saying too many words, because this next pose, people start to think about too much. And I would say too many words if I were to give cues. So I'm just going to do it. Warrior one. Warrior two. Side angle. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Warrior two. Triangle. Okay, now come back to star and then back to mountain. And now I'll give some cues, okay? So I like to just have you kind of see it and maybe try it and feel it before you worry too much about the cues, because otherwise it's like too much thinking brain, and what you want to do in yoga is just body brain, like feeling in your body, okay? So from star, if we have our legs wide and our arms wide, I'm going to say left, but it doesn't matter whether you're doing your left or your right. I'm just doing it to like be on the same side, okay? So left toes to the side and bend your left knee. Arms up. Warrior one. Now, you notice probably that as you go arms up, First of all, you might go off balance like I just did, so be near a wall or something if you want to catch yourself. But also your back leg shifts to the side. So see how like my foot is down, my back foot, so I'll call this my front and this my back because this is how we're going to be facing, front and back. As I do Warrior One, my back foot kind of pivots and my heels come up, Warrior One. Now as I put my arms wide, my heel goes back down, Warrior Two. And Warrior Two, you're going to try to glance over your front arm. So mine is my left, but it doesn't matter which one you're doing. Now side angle, you'll do left elbow to left knee, right arm up. And you can look up at your right fingertips if you want. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Then up through Warrior Two, and this is just to transition so you're not going too fast. Reverse Warrior. Right arm down by your right leg, left arm up. You can look up at your fingers, wiggle, wiggle. Your right arm can be straight down if that's comfortable. It can also be around your back. It can also be wherever you want it. It doesn't matter, right? Find what feels good for you. Okay, down through Warrior Two. Then you're going to straighten your front leg. Mine is straightening my left leg. And left hand down by your lower leg, right arm up, triangle. Back up through star. Out pose. See how there's too many words for the cues, and I want you to just feel it in your body. So now we're just going to do the other side. Okay, so I'm going to say the pose and I'll give a couple cues, but don't worry too much about my words. Okay, legs wide, arms wide, star, front toe and bend the front knee, arms up, Warrior One, arms wide, Warrior Two, elbow to knee, arm up, side angle, transition through Warrior Two, reverse Warrior, transition through Warrior Two, straighten your front leg, triangle, transition through star and mountain. Extended mountain, hands at your heart, mountain. Breathe in, extended mountain. Breathe out, hands at your heart, and hands by your side. Awesome. Come down into whatever is a comfortable seat for you, and we're actually going to do our relaxation from any comfortable seat. So I'm on my knees right now. I usually sit, you've probably noticed, on the floor crisscross. But since we were doing a lot of standing poses, it's easier for me to get up and down from my knees, so that's what I chose for today. Do whatever's comfortable for you, and you also can just lay down, okay? But I'm going to invite you to, in your comfortable seat, and you don't have to be super upright, okay? You want to be comfortable. If you want, you can close your eyes. If you don't close your eyes, try and just find something to look at that's not moving so that it helps your brain stop thinking so much. It just sends your brain a message that it's okay to slow down. So our relaxation or our meditation, it's not about stopping your thoughts, but it's about trying to focus them. So today's focus is after all those standing poses and maybe asking your body to do things that you don't often do. And notice which parts of your body right now feel something. Okay, so when I say feel something, it could feel warm, tingly, tired, tight, weird, different. Okay, sometimes it's hard to put a word to what we're feeling, and you don't have to put a word to it right now, but just notice which parts of your body. So from whatever position you're in, we're going to do a quick body scan so that you can notice if that part of your body is trying to tell you something. So you're just going to give a little bit of attention to the different parts of your body. So let's start with our head, and we'll work all the way down towards our toes. So notice your head and your neck. Does anything feel different there? Your shoulders, arms, hands, fingers, your front body, so your chest, your belly, your back body, from your shoulders down your upper back, mid back, low back, your hips, your legs, upper legs, knees, lower legs, ankles, feet, and toes. Good. If your eyes were closed, let them open just a little bit. Put your hands together at your heart and let your eyes settle on your fingertips. And interlace your fingers together like you're holding hands with yourself. And you can still let your eyes fall right on your hands. Look right at your hands. And as you're holding hands with yourself, you're just going to bring your fingers back up so they're straight. And then interlace your fingers the other way. So the way that they're not usually, we usually have one way of doing it that's like our go-to, and then you're just going to do it the other way, if that makes sense. Okay, and then fingers back up together. And we'll do our ending, rub your hands together. Placing hands over your eyes. I see love. Your ears. I hear love. And your heart. I feel love. Hands together at heart center. With our special word, namaste, as we end our practice today, you can keep that namaste right to yourself, or you can send it to me, or you can send it to whoever you want, okay? I'm sending my namaste to you, and you can keep mine and yours, up to you. So the love in me sees the love in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for doing yoga with me today. If you are anything like me, you might feel your legs a little bit different. So mine feel, I don't know, it's hard to put a word to it. If I had to say, I'd probably say like a little tingly or a little tired. Yours might feel a little different, but it's kind of cool to notice that. That's actually your body getting stronger. Um, and it's really important to just notice when we do different things with our body, just to kind of check in. And it's our way of telling our body, like, yeah, we know you feel different. It's cool. We got you, right? So thank you so much for joining me. Please check out our other videos. If you're here on YouTube, please subscribe. You'll get access to all of our other stuff. It'll come up as we add new content. If you subscribe to the channel, it'll just automatically load onto your feed so you get all our newest stuff. It also really helps us out the more subscribers we have. So please feel free to share this with friends, family, neighbors, strangers, anyone you'd like that you think might enjoy this. So I will see you soon, hopefully. Again, I'm Heather from Breathe and Play Every Day. Thanks for joining me today. Namaste.